Hey guys, welcome to Ancient Secrets. Tonight, we begin a journey that takes us far beyond the pages of history books and deep into the genetic code that lies hidden inside us all. Imagine for a moment the very first humans walking the earth. Who were they? Where did they come from? And how did their DNA shape the story of humankind? For centuries, these questions have fascinated scientists, historians, and dreamers alike. Today, thanks to groundbreaking discoveries, we are closer than ever to unlocking their secrets. So, get comfortable, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't already, because together, we're about to uncover a mystery that has been buried for tens of thousands of years. And before we start, tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We love seeing how far our shared human story reaches across the globe. For much of modern history, the story of human origins seemed simple, almost neat. According to the prevailing theory, all modern humans descended from a single group that emerged from Africa roughly 200,000 years ago. This group supposedly migrated across the world in one great wave, replacing other hominid species like Neanderthals and Denisovans. Archaeologists pointed to stone tools, cave paintings, and skeletal remains to support this theory. Geneticists relied on the limited DNA they could gather from living populations. It was a compelling narrative. One journey, one origin, one species rising to dominate the planet. But the problem with neat stories is that they rarely survive close scrutiny. As technology improved and new discoveries surfaced, cracks began to appear in this tidy tale of a single migration and a single beginning. What if the truth was far more complex and far more fascinating? Our journey begins in a remote cave high in the mountains of Siberia. The year is 2008, and a team of Russian archaeologists is carefully brushing away layers of ancient sediment. They're not looking for treasure, at least not in the usual sense. What they seek is even more valuable: traces of early humans who walked these lands tens of thousands of years ago. Deep inside the cave, they find a small fragment of bone, so small it could easily have been overlooked. To the untrained eye, it's nothing more than a scrap of history. But under the microscope, and later in the DNA lab, it reveals a secret that will shake the foundations of our understanding. The bone belongs to neither a Neanderthal nor a modern human. It represents an entirely different branch of humanity, one that no one even knew existed. Scientists name this mysterious group the Denisovans, after the cave where the fragment was discovered. Suddenly, the old theory of a single migration starts to unravel. If there were Neanderthals, modern humans, and now Denisovans all existing around the same time, then our past was far more intertwined than anyone realized. Extracting ancient DNA is an incredibly delicate process. Over thousands of years, DNA degrades, breaking apart into tiny fragments. Contamination from modern humans can easily ruin a sample. In a sterile, high-tech lab, scientists wear full-body suits, masks, and gloves to prevent a single stray cell from altering the results. They work under ultraviolet lights, using tools no larger than a grain of rice, carefully isolating the ancient genetic material. It's like trying to assemble a vast puzzle when most of the pieces are missing, and some pieces belong to entirely different puzzles altogether. But slowly, through painstaking effort, a picture begins to form. As more samples are sequenced, a stunning revelation emerges. Modern humans didn't simply replace other species, they interacted with them. Our ancestors interbred with both Neanderthals and Denisovans, leaving fragments of their DNA scattered throughout the genomes of people alive today. If you are of European or Asian descent, you likely carry a small percentage of Neanderthal DNA. If your ancestry traces to places like Papua New Guinea or certain parts of East Asia, you may also carry Denisovan DNA. These genetic echoes are like whispers from the deep past, proof that our species' story is one of mingling, not just replacement. But the discoveries don't stop there. In Africa, the cradle of humankind, researchers begin uncovering evidence of even older, more mysterious populations. Using advanced statistical models, geneticists detect traces of ghost lineages, ancient humans whose physical remains have never been found, but whose DNA lingers in living people. It's as if there were entire chapters of human history written in invisible ink, waiting to be revealed. Meanwhile, archaeologists are making their own breakthroughs. In remote deserts, frozen tundras, and hidden caves, they find astonishingly well-preserved skeletons and artifacts. In some cases, these remains are so intact that scientists can extract complete genomes, providing a time capsule into the distant past. Each discovery challenges what we thought we knew. For example, a burial site in western Siberia reveals a child's skeleton over 31,000 years old. Analysis shows that this child carried both modern human and Denisovan DNA, a living bridge between two worlds. This isn't just dry data. It's a window into a life once lived, a person who laughed, cried, and dreamed just like us. As the genetic map fills in, new patterns emerge. It turns out that human migrations weren't one-way streets. Populations moved, split, merged, and moved again, like rivers branching and rejoining over time. Some groups traveled by land, following herds across Ice Age steppes. Others took to the sea, navigating unknown waters to reach distant shores. These journeys weren't always successful. Many groups vanished entirely, leaving only faint genetic traces behind. But others thrived, giving rise to the astonishing diversity we see in today's cultures and languages. One of the most surprising findings comes from a remote island in Indonesia, where researchers uncover the bones of a tiny hominid species nicknamed the hobbit. Officially known as Homo floreziensis, this species lived until just 50,000 years ago, a blink of an eye in evolutionary terms. Though they are now extinct, their existence proves that multiple forms of humans coexisted on Earth far longer than anyone imagined. It's a reminder that we were never truly alone in our journey. With each new discovery, the old theory of a single origin grows more complicated. Instead of a straight line from Africa to the rest of the world, the human story resembles a tangled web of migrations and interactions. Ancient DNA is like a time machine, letting us glimpse moments long past. But it also raises profound questions. These genetic revelations don't just rewrite textbooks. They connect to the myths and legends of ancient cultures. Around the world, stories speak of beings who were almost human, yet different in subtle ways. In some traditions, they are revered as ancestors. In others, they are feared as spirits or monsters. Consider the legends of giants in many ancient societies. While these tales were once dismissed as pure fantasy, some researchers wonder if they echo memories of encounters with other hominid species like Neanderthals or Denisovans. Similarly, ancient burial rituals and sacred sites take on new meaning when viewed through the lens of shared ancestry. For instance, elaborate cave paintings in Europe may not have been the work of modern humans alone. Neanderthals, once thought to be brutish and primitive, are now known to have created art, buried their dead, and possibly even spoken complex languages. These insights force us to reconsider the boundaries between us and them. In a sense, their legacy lives on, not just in our DNA, but in our cultures, myths, and traditions. Archaeological sites become more than just ruins. They are living museums of our collective past. A carved bone, a stone tool, a fragment of pigment. Each artifact carries a story, a connection across tens of thousands of years. When we stand before these objects, we are standing face to face with our ancestors. Their hands shaped these items. Their thoughts gave rise to the symbols etched into rock. And now, through the science of ancient DNA, we can link these physical relics to the genetic threads woven into our very bodies. It's a profound, almost spiritual connection, a reminder that history isn't just something we study. It's something we carry within us. As our understanding grows, so too does our sense of wonder. As our understanding grows, so too does our sense of wonder. The discovery of ancient DNA has transformed the field of anthropology. What once seemed impossible is now routine. Entire genomes can be sequenced from mere fragments, revealing secrets that were locked away for millennia. And yet, with each answer comes new questions. How many more ghost lineages remain hidden, waiting to be discovered? What other branches of the human family tree have yet to be uncovered? The past is vast, and our exploration has only just begun. In the end, the story of humanity is not about a single origin or a single journey. It's about countless paths crossing, merging, and diverging over time. It's about survival, adaptation, and connection. Most of all, it's about the enduring mystery of who we are and where we came from. Ancient DNA has given us a powerful tool to explore that mystery, but the final chapter is still unwritten. As we close this episode, take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey that led to you. Yes, you, sitting here, watching this video. Every heartbeat, every breath is part of a chain stretching back to those first humans to walk the earth. Their struggles, their triumphs, and their discoveries live on in you. If you found this exploration as fascinating as we did, please like this video, subscribe to Ancient Secrets, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which part of this story surprised you the most? What do you think we'll discover next? Together, let's keep uncovering the mysteries of our shared human history, one discovery at a time.